Yo, what's up, my people? My name is Punchline, and you're watching Nigezie Extreme. Okay, my real name is Mayowa Ibidakwa Amund. Amund is spelled as A-M-U-N-D, and I'm from Agege. I was born in Agege. I live in Agege. I'm a musician. I'm a rapper, precisely. I'm a graduate of the Federal University of Agriculture. Finished with a Tutu in environmental management and toxicology. Was crazy studying in school, but graduated and we're out here now. Started in school, yeah, my 100 level. Started freestyling in the corners, freestyling in the school classes before the lecturers came, and a couple of my friends saw me and said, okay, this might be something you could take serious. So I went to the studio. That was around 2008-9. I did my first recording, and when my guys listened, it was cool, and from there it's been serious. I usually do freestyles on my Instagram, maybe once in a week. Back then it was once in a week, so I did it as often as I could, and I made it dope. So my producer called me one day and said, have you heard one by Cobhams? I said no. That was about maybe a day after the song dropped, and he said, I think you should do something on this. This is your story. So I cut the song and we did it that night. The next morning I got a repost from a lot of these top industry guys. Then Cobhams get to see it, and when he did, he called me over. He reposted and he called me over for us to do a song together, which we're working on presently. And the video came after that, and everything changed from then. I'll say Cobhams is a genius. Obviously, I really still don't know how to explain working with him. I still don't know how it works. I don't know. I try to ask him a lot of questions on what does this, how do you do this, and most times I don't get to understand, because for you to be visually impaired and still be able to do things better than most people who have all their five senses working, it's a miracle. So I'm getting to learn a lot from him, and he's a wonderful person. He's a father, he's a big brother, he's a very, very wonderful person. Rap music is coming up. I'll say with I think things have changed over the years. Thank God to people who were able to commercialize it. Things have changed over the years. I remember starting with listening to Idris, the Remedies, and Plantation Boys in the late 90s, and rap wasn't really accepted then. A lot of people had to, but over the years, people started commercializing, people started branching into, started singing with it, and little by little they started bringing in more guys to love the craft, and I think things are getting better. A lot of people would say Punchline or Jao Mop, I say, but we hear and see a lot of guys doing very well. Shout out to MI, shout out to Rugged Man, who first broke out and really made money with Baraje. So rap is growing up, the rap community is growing, so I'll say things are getting better. Yeah, I think there has to be a wake-up call once in a while when people get to forget what their calling is and want to make money. There has to be a wake-up call once in a while. So MI doing that, he could have kept the balance, but MI doing that was right, and people they both could have kept the balance. MI and everybody was talking about. I'm not sure if I was mentioning this. I'm not sure if he had me in mind when he mentioned that. But the thing with the hip hop thing is this: when you try to commercialize it, don't forget the hip hop. Don't forget rap. So we might have to listen to a couple of singles you're trying to sell. It's fine, but when your album comes out, let's show some skills. Show some skills when your album comes out. So am I saying rappers should fix up their lives? Yeah, to some extent I think it's correct. To some extent it might be a little wrong too, but everybody has to keep it balanced. I was working on my EP then until I realized the industry is not an EP album industry anymore. It's how many singles you can drop. People take just as much time to listen to an EP and to listen to the same amount of time to listen to an EP just as a single. So if you drop an EP today, you're going to get over it in 2-3 months. You drop a single today, so, and you have to keep being in people's faces. So I do a song per time now, so when it comes, enjoy it. Yeah, I'm actually trying to do something right now with MI. I want to do something with Terry Akbala, and I want to do something with a couple of guys working on bots. And you know how it is now, see, it's still business, and since we haven't come to a conclusion yet, we can, but a lot of names are in the works. Simi is in the work, and I think on the gold. So, a couple of guys. Presently, Nigeria, I would say M. I say M for actually coming out the way it did. M actually grew over the time. The M on Talk About It plus the M on the last album, I think the old Young Denzel thing, was two totally different people, and he has improved, and which I'm sure everybody could notice. Maybe not a little as commercial as before, maybe a little deeper than before, but improvement is improvement. Then Mode, then Rugged for being the first to actually show us you can dance and still rap. So, and a lot of guys doing very good. And on the international level, I would say Kanye, I would say Andre, I would say Giga, I would say Nas, and anybody can rap these days, so I won't try to make it look all complex and stuff. Anybody can rap, but to be a real lyricist is it's on another level. It's a different thing entirely. To be a rapper, anybody can rap. If you can put butter and gutter together, anybody can rhyme, so anybody can rap. But to be a real lyricist, I think you might have to be intelligent. You may have to be intelligent. You might have to maybe study. You might have to understand emotions and how to. You might have to know how to tell stories. So it's way more than just putting two words together to rhyme, like a lot of guys do. So it takes a lot. I tell stories. Like I would call myself a reality rapper. My stories are very relatable. I can tell you about you, and I'm really telling myself about me, because you can relate with me. You go through the same struggle, you face the same challenges, you are in the same hustle. You get to relate with my story. So I get to talk because we're in a very funny country, so I get to say a lot of funny things. You might laugh, you might cry, you might dance, but you're still going to relate with it. So that relatability is my selling. And challenges I've faced and I'm facing, and the main challenge in the industry is the new guy always trying to come up must have money too, because back in the 90s or early 2000s, it was different. Once you're talented, you get recognized. Radio, TV might even pay you for playing your songs, but these days it's different. You gotta have a lot of cash to get your songs out, to record, to promote, to get your brand correct. There has to be a lot of money involved. So money is the number one challenge, but as challenging as that could be, you gotta have content. So money shouldn't be a challenge when you don't even know what you're doing. So power is a challenge. Fueling the studio gen is a very, 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 very big challenge. So a lot of challenges. Getting the older guys to accept you, that you have to be in this particular caucus and stuff. Acceptance is a challenge, and once there's, you can buy all those ones if you have money. That's the fact. You can buy it.